All right, and welcome back to another exciting installment of Minetest gameplay of sorts. Yeah. And it's 72.5 degrees in Chicagoland. Yes, it is. We're out at, well, wait. How's everybody doing out there? Fantastic. What do you say, Birdie? Okay. And this is my little practice world here. So I'm going to show off a few things. You hear the whales in the background. Let's go check on the mobs. We have my pet fox called Foxy, of course. And there's a friend of mine getting a cup of coffee, which is going to answer one of the questions. Hi. Get off the counter. Stay on the counter. Whatever. There's one more walking around here, and I don't know where it went. I have my pet goat, Goatsy, and uh-oh. We lost somebody. She was just here. Oh, wow. There's fishies. Very cool. So, let us go up to the factory and see what we can see on how to make uranium. I think I covered this before, but everybody keeps asking for it. So we will do it again because I'm kind of in a little funk. I'm in between builds. Nothing has really inspired me. No, that's not true. And I just realized what it was. Let's see if I could do that. See if I could do this professionally and bring up Firefox here because somebody had submitted a picture. So let us check out the photos. You know, I thought I already showed these. So there's some new pictures from Warren. And very nice. But this is the one that really caught my attention. And it looks like it once used to be a grand courtyard. You know, beautiful patio that's been overrun and overgrown by vegetation. And that look is just so cool. I really like the way he did that. It's sprinkling and so you got cobblestone. And I did that up at my deer just jumped in the water. I did that up at the Japanese castle, but I didn't I mixed up the stones. But this is really cool. You got mossy cobblestone, and you got little outcrops of dirt. And then you have the it looks like forest soil, and that look is just really, really cool. So thank you for sending those in. And my favorite birch tree. Yeah. So it just gives it that like abandoned feeling, or the wilderness is creeping in feeling. And that just is very, very cool. So now, there we go. What just jumped it? Oh, he didn't make it. I guess the deer couldn't swim. I think that's what happened to my person there. So let us go up to the factory. And I got the shooter mod to work. Oh, there's a fence here. I will take care of that. There, no more fence. Because I wonder if the minigun does that. Because in the shooter mod, because for whatever reason, ranged weapons just will not work. It worked. Did I get it to work in the other world? No. For whatever reason, it would not work. So let us take the minigun and see if I can No, you see, the minigun doesn't do anything. Now, the minigun will do glass. But the shotgun will do, and it'll also do dirt. Nice. I can dig with dirt. So there you have it. I like that mod too. There's the shooter mod. And I have another mod, weapons mod, that has that stuff in it. So let me fix my fence, which I would still love to have. This fence is awesome. I just wish there would be an easy way of tying a gate into that. So there you have it. And we're going to fly because I can. I am Superman. And the whales are still... There's going to be a lot of lag because this is on my PC. This is a copy of my world. So it lags a little bit. Yes, it does. And you can tell it's old. It's not the most up-to-date version because I've been playing around in here. But I did get the what do you call it? Oh, NPC. Where's another NPC? Let's throw an NPC on the boat. And one of the questions, so there's that. There you go. Hi, how you doing? What do I want you to do? I want you to wander. You can go wander. Some of them won't. So if you spawn them, some of them will, the only thing that you could do is they will follow. Oh, this one will wander too. No, I want you to stand there. Because we need somebody to stand. And it randomly, so it'll give you the male character and the female character. And usually it'll say, we'll follow you or we'll stand still. And this is the mobs redo. So one of the questions was, how can I get more mobs in Minetest? How do I get, how to get it using mods? By the way, mods. No. The easiest way to get mods, the actual mod, into Minetest is if you're using the most latest version of Minetest, 5.4.1 or 5.3 or even 5.1. Those will have a content tab when you boot the game up. And in that content tab, it'll say browse online content, and it will allow you to what's the word I'm looking for? It will take you to the where all the mods are, and then you just select it. Now, after you select it, when you go to start the game up and you pick a world, and this only works on your own local worlds. So if you're playing on somebody else's server, you're kind of at the mercy of whatever mods that they chose, which isn't a bad thing. If you go to like Vanessa E's Dream Builder mod worlds, she usually has like every mod under the sun loaded on there. But if you go to a survival server or something like that, they're going to dictate what mods you can and cannot have. And I don't know any other way around that, per se. Let's see, P-mobs. Oh, that's one I forgot about. NPC P-mobs. There's an error message up on the top of the screen. And that's the one that turns into a nurse. When you feed her a diamond, she turns into a nurse. I have to look up when I get done with this little demonstration. I will show that how to, real briefly how to do a mod. That'll be towards the end of the video. So, see, this is what I was talking about. How I changed all this. This used to be all cobblestone, and it looked okay, but when you mix in different materials and different grasses and stuff like that. So here's some grass growing out. Let's grab a piece of grass here. There we go. We have a piece of grass. It didn't give me. So we have this one here. There we go. Now we have some. We have some weeds. Cool. I kind of don't like that, but not in this aspect of it. And over here we have all this turned into mossy cobblestone because of the water. So very cool. There's my owl. So now, see, I finished all this. I made this path connect in the other world. That's how you can tell it's an old world. And I changed all this. So there is that. But the mobs that I tend to stay with are the ones by 10+1, and it's the mobs redo. And when you go, oh yeah, I changed a mod which changed all the coral from this off-white to this color. So in my real world, I had to change all that. So that's one of the problems with adding mods that kind of, or upgrading a mod that kind of overwrites stuff that you're already done, is it can affect stuff. There's a wild doggy. So for this, we're going to go over to the factory and we're going to look at uranium. But so when you go to 10+1's mobs or mods, there's add-ons. Go away. Quit following me. This ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna have to. There. Bye. I told you to go away. You saw that. That was self-defense. Really. So what happens is, nice. That's part of my setup. That's the power setup and the garbage collection for what we're about to see. And then it goes up to the solar. And now we're down in the basement here. So these are the machines that I have set up. And so the stuff comes down. It goes through a blinky plant with a feeder, injection feeder, which feeds it out to here. And this one I have set up to, all this material will go to a certain color. And then it'll feed into, here's a grinder, a medium voltage furnace. So it grinds the product and then it will furnace the product. That didn't make any sense. It'll bake it, whatever, into little ingots. This one is for materials that don't need grinding. And this one is for materials that, let's see, the blue. So diamonds and mesocrystal and coal lump and sulfur, you can't do anything with. So they go down this line and go straight into the storage facility. And that's from the other quarry. So we come over here into the secret squirrel room. And I have a medium voltage power line that comes into here. So this comes from the first floor where all the main solar power is, and it splits off into a power supply and a battery backup, and it feeds all this machinery here, and then it feeds all this machinery in here. Now, I have an extractor, and I'm really not sure what the extractor does, to be quite honest. But here's the grinder, and here is the compressor, and this is a centrifuge. And let's turn on F5 so we know what we're dealing with here. This is from the Technic mod. So inside here I have uranium. Yay me. And why is that like that? So we're going to take the uranium, and we also have 0.6 fizzle and 0.5 fizzle. Let's see if I have that down here. 0.5 fizzle. So let's take the 0.5 fizzle, and now we have 14.5 fizzles and a 0.4 fizzle that has nothing. Well, we'll just save that. Okay, so this is kind of important. So you're going to find uranium ore in the wild. You're going to want that. And that, when you mine it, turns into uranium lump. And I'm in creative mode. So let's see what this extractor does. I don't know what the extractor does. It don't do nothing because it's idle. All right, so let's try something else. Let's see if that does anything. No, it's idle. I really don't know what the extractor does. It obviously extracts, but I'm not sure what it extracts. So we have a grinder. So now we're going to take some uranium and put it in the grinder. And it's going to create different fizzles, different levels. This one's just doing all 7% fizzle. Do I have another 7? There's a 4, a 5, 10, 9, 1.2. So we're going to let this do its thing here. And it doesn't take that long, and it turns on it's active. I wish I knew what the extractor. I got to figure out what materials do the extractor. See, I don't play in survival. That's Nathan's playground. You play survival. So if you're on your own server, or if you're on your own local PC, you can do kind of anything you want. And you can just go in your inventory, or go into the inventory and type fuel, and you can just grab some uranium fuel. I guess. But that's kind of cheating, I guess. So we ground our uranium lump. Now we're going to go to the centrifuge. So we have some 7, some 8, and 1.0. Oh, cool. There's 1.2, 1.0. So we have 1.0. We have 10 1.0s. So what you do is you take your 7% fizzle and put it in here. And it's going to start centrifuging it. I don't know what... I'm not a nuclear physicist, so I really don't know. So we have... This was 0.7. And let's see, what is it creating? This is going to... It takes a long time. So we're at 13 of 0.8. And we have 4 of 0.6. This is the bad part about it. And you can see it's active because that thing is green. And is it the compressor? Oh, the compressor turns the ingots into uranium fuel. I don't think I have enough of that. Let's see what we're doing here. So you see that now we're at we have 19.8. Do I have any other 0.8s in here? 1.2, 0.6, 0.7, 0.7. So that's going to do its thing here. We have 22.8s. So obviously 23. So obviously this number, the more you have, as you'll see, because if I put a 0.4 fizzle in here, it's not going to do anything because I only have 1 of uranium dust. Let's go here. I know this is like watching paint dry. But to get to 3.5, there's only... I'm going to show it here real quick. So let's take the 0.7 out. Now we have 0.6 and we have 0.8. If we put the 1.2 fizzle in here, it's not going to do anything because you need more. You need a bunch of them. You can see that the grinder is inactive. It's idle. So let's take the 1.2 out, and to get the 3.5, like here's 1.1% fizzle uranium dust. So if we put in there, let's see if there's enough. And oh, it did it. So we have 1.1. So we, out of this 1.01% fizzle uranium dust, we have now made 3 1.1 for... So let's see, do we have any other 1.1s? No, we have 1.2. You have to keep centrifuging this to get to, so we have 5 1.1s. Let's take that and put it in here and see if it's enough to make a 1.2. I don't think it is. I think I need more. And it takes a while. And we will see. Nope, it's inactive. So we need more 1.1s. And unfortunately, I don't have any. We have 0.8, 0.6, 0.9. So let's take this out and let's take the 29.8 and put it in here. So it takes a lot of uranium. Oh, look at that. We have a 0.7. So we have one that's down. We have a 0.9 and a 0.6. Let's see if any of these numbers go up. Oh, so we had 0.8. Now we have 0.9. So now you're just going to have to keep centrifuging and centrifuging until you get to 3.5. And here's my 3.5 ingot. So you take a bunch of 3.5s and you put them in the furnace and you get an ingot. Then you take the ingot and put it in the compressor. Like so. When you get up to 3.5. And hopefully it's idle. I don't have enough to make. Oh, that's not fun. I do have 19 rods. Let us see if we can move this along. Oh, look at that. We have 0.7 fizzle. We have 3.5. Let's grab 99 3.5 fizzles. I just love saying fizzle. There we go. You need a lot more. I wonder how much more. Okay, so we have 23, and let's take 8. So we know we need at least 8 of 3.5 fizzles. I gotta stop saying fizzles. Oh, this is incredibly boring. One of the other questions was, did you try Valheim? No, I haven't. However, it is a Steam game, or it's sold on Steam, and it runs on Linux, which I run. So therefore, it looks interesting. So let's give that 4. I already had 4, so we know 4 don't work. 5. So our limit is 5. So it takes 5. It takes 5 3.5 uranium dust and ingot to make a uranium fuel rod. Huh. Nice. Very nice. That was from Infidel at Work. David Gomes was the one that asked how to add mods. And Aaron is the one that asked about a tutorial on how to make uranium fuel. And you know what? One of the easiest ways to figure something out in a game, you know, you could play survival. You could do whatever you want on that aspect. However, if you want to see how things are made, what you can do is create a world that just has, you know, it's a creative world with no damage and no, these are all the same. No damage and what do you call it? Like I do, you just play. And then what you can do is just experiment, set up a power supply. And also what you can do is, let's say I want to go, since I have the crafting guide, if I take, where is that? 3.5 fizzle. So it'll show you that you cook 3.5 fizzle uranium dust in the furnace to get your uranium ingot. And that's the recipes. Or you can take a uranium block and do that. So if we type in MV, these are all our medium voltage machines. It will also tell you, so a grinder, to make a grinder in survival, you need stainless steel ingots, you need a low voltage grinder, you need medium voltage transformer, pneumatic tubes, and low and medium voltage cable. to create that. So this is, what is the name of this? Any crafting guide will show you this. Here's your our solar panel array. It shows you that you need the low voltage. Well, let's say I clicked on low voltage, and now it gives you the small solar cells, small solar LV generator, and carbon steel ingot, and low voltage cable to create a low voltage generator. Arrayed solar low voltage generator. So that's one way how you can learn on how to do that. So hopefully that helped. But the whole key to everything here is you need an abundance of whatever percentage fizzle. So you see that we have 1.8 left over, and it will not do anything. We need more 0.8. So we can take the 0.9 now, and we can re-centrifuge it, and it's going to start doing its thing. I think there's enough there. Yep, there's enough there. So 2, it was at 19, and it created 1. 15, I didn't see if these moved up. So here's a 1 point fizzle, 1% uranium dust. So it's creating a bunch of them. And I thought I just saw this one go up. 19.5, 14. Yep. So it's creating 1.0 and a 0.8. And there's going to be a time where this stops. So we know, so now we're down to 5. And I think it's not going to go any further. No, it'll go. It proved me wrong. So out of 0.9, it left this 1, and we created a couple more 1.0 and a couple 0.8. So that's how, and you just have to keep feeding it and keep feeding it. And that's how you climb the numbers, and it'll climb all the way up. And once you hit 3.5, and then you can put it in the furnace and make your ingots, and then put it in the compressor and make your uranium fuel rods. That is how that works. What is this? Tool workshop. Oh, there's my blinky plant and my chest and injector. Item-wise injector. So the blinky plant triggers this, which feeds the stuff in the chest out to whatever it's going to, which line it's going to go on. And that's how that works. So hopefully that helped. I just ran into a battery box. So now that we did that, and so one of the problems that I'm having here is that, like I said before, I'm in a little bit of a funk. I'm trying to come up with new ideas. I want to do something about this, but I kind of like this area. But then you come over here and we have the, we have that, the Japanese castle. So we're just going to fly around for a few minutes and do that. One of the aspects of this game that I really love, I still want to create that mountain. I tried the terraform mod, and I really liked it. I saw it on Nathan's channel, and I really liked the terraform mod. However, it just flat out refuses to work on this old world, because I'd love to create some really cool mountainous regions and stuff like that and go from there. But you know, and I don't want to say it is what it is, because I hate that saying. I really do. No, it is not is as it is. There's the apocalyptic donut of doom. Cool. So in this area here, I want to continue. I had the green light. That's really cool. So I've been doing, getting back on, if you go to my website, you'll see a chart program that I wrote using high charts and PHP and stuff like that. And what I also came up is I keep all my old cell phones, and I was looking for a dash cam, because I think every car should have a dash cam for protection. And I turned an iPhone 6 that my daughter used to use, and I've upgraded my phone and her phone to an iPhone SE second generation because I don't really need... The only thing I need from the newest equipment is I would love to have video stabilization to create better videos, but I have a GoPro that was given to me a while ago. It's a GoPro 6 Black, and that has stabilization. I also had that rigged up in the car so I can take some cool video footages. And I see this isn't done because this isn't the material that I used for it. So what I ended up doing is I found a dash cam program. It was called Dash Cam DVR Pro, and it still works on the old iPhone 6s. And the night photos are a little bad, but it works. It loops. It's like a dash cam that you would buy. So it's some interesting things that you can do with old technology, old equipment. You don't have to sit there and throw it in a landfill or recycle. Why recycle it if it still has use? The problem is I had put a brand new battery in it. I had sent it to Apple to have a new battery put in, and why should I let it go to waste? Oh, this is before I did the upgrades to that. So we are going to float around here for maybe another couple seconds, and yeah. Oh, I'm going to show that real quick. I promised I would show that. Ooh. So we're going to go in here and I'm going to see if I can load up PMobs. I think I took it out for a reason. So that's it. I'm going to go back down to, I don't know why I do that. My character has to go back home at the end of each video. It's only a game, but I still like doing that. So we're going to go exit to menu. What I was talking about is when you boot up your game, you see this. So you can join a game which is on a server, or you can create your own. And these are my backup worlds, and where I do my testing. So we can select mods, and these are where they all are. Do I have PMobs? And I can't remember if there was a reason why I took that out, but we're going to find more mods, and it's going to open this up. So let's do PMob, and there's no results. But if I do mobs, so I have all these installed. Mobs on PC is a 10+1 mob. I have Mobs Monster, that's added in here. Mob Kit. Mobs Redo, I absolutely love that. Mob Skeletons, I have that in here. Traders does not work. I cannot get that to work. Water Life, Mobs Animal. There's a whole bunch of add-ons for mobs. Mobs Nether, Extra Mobs, Mobs Horse. I have that one. I have that one in the world, but I don't have it. I'll show in a second. D-Mobs. And we have Not So Simple Mobs. Oh, look at that. It adds crabs. Huh. Okay. I'll get... And mobs by... Okay, dependencies. Mobs animal by... I thought I had that. Let's install that anyway. Why not? Cool. And then cube mobs. Oh, how cute. And then nothing there. Ultra colors. Mod with super bright color blocks. Well, that's not a mob. But that's how you do that. Back to main menu. And then you have to come in here and you have to, you see how replacer tool is not enabled? you'd have to enable it, and then it turns green. I'm not going to enable it because in this world, I also have a bunch of mods in the world mods folder. So that would kind of affect this. But I have the mobs and the mobs NPC. We have mobs monster, mobs animal. And I'd have to look into that. So let us cancel this and go into playing, select mobs. Let's turn on this one. And I didn't want to do that. Mob crab, enable. And what else don't I have? Mobs water. Ranged weapons don't work. Terraform. It's kind of scary. Let's save that. And we're just going to waste a few moments here. Because I like wasting time. Yes, I do. You only hear from me once a week. If you made it this far, put in the comments, I made it. So go from there. But I want to thank Aaron. I want to thank everybody that sent in, comments and questions and screenshots of their builds. You can go to rgsproductions2005.com and you can submit on the page, on the photos page. It will show you where to submit your photos, and it'll be greatly appreciated. And it's almost done. It's loading. It's loading. 91, 92. I'm not going to 100%. And we are here. So let us look at crabs. Get rid of these peoples. Crab. Oh, look at that. Let's see how cute the crab is. Did it just moo at me? Okay. It's got to help. It's attacking me. Let's go put one in water and see what it does. Okay. Oh, it wants to be on land. Nice. Where'd he go? There he is. How you doing? It just meowed. No, there's a cat. The cat meowed. So that's gonna do it. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it looks like a crab. It's attacking me. What did it leave me? I have no idea what that is. Leather. That's a little strange, but yeah. So that's it. All right. So I want to thank you for joining, and until the next episode, goodbye.